Amos, appreciate the time. Good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you.
We've talked a lot about what this may mean for Uber. I'm curious to know what it brings to Curb.
I think first of all, it brings a lot to the drivers and the taxi industry. That's our main focus. It will bring another layer of demand that it's really welcomed and needed in the taxi industry. If you look back in 2014, 64% of the time the cab was occupied by a passenger, and today is down to 40%. So with an increased demand coming back, New York City is coming back, street health is coming back, and a lot of Curb users utilizing the app, bringing demand back to taxis. I think this is another layer. The partnership with Uber will bring another layer of income and demand for the industry. So I think it is very healthy.
How long had this been in the works? Is this something that might have been done earlier? Had ride demand not fallen so sharply during the pandemic?
I think it's due for a long time, but I think that the significance of this partnership is that Uber now recognizes taxi as part of the fabric of transportation. So this is a significant change. I wish it was done earlier, but it's never too late. So we're welcoming it now and really hoping that it will be a win-win for everyone.
Amos, how does this change the economics for taxi drivers, if at all? I only ask because the introduction of Uber about a decade ago really caused the value of those medallions to plummet. So many drivers went bankrupt as a result. Does this help them, especially in a period where we're seeing such high gas prices?
I think it's significant. Any way you look at that, when any business gets an additional volume, it's significant on its bottom line. And here we see this partnership where we hope again to bring back the cab occupancy to north of 60% from 40%. So put aside the gas prices, this is significant on the overall daily income for drivers. The better income they make, the better financial for the entire industry, including the medallion owner, that of course suffer price decrease on their medallion substantially.
Amos, this is maybe a little bit of an extreme local interest question about how this is going to work. A New York City taxi, if it accepts an Uber dispatched ride and is going for it, so it takes it out of the pool for a street hail at that point. And how do the mechanics work as the driver kind of navigates both modes of picking up a passenger?
Yeah, I think this is actually an important question. And yes, we, as you know, that Curb is also having its app, Curb app, that the riders use, and that's going to continue. And we also face with the same challenge of how do you handle a driver that decided to pick up a street hail versus the e-hail. We're going to continue to maintain the freedom of choice for the drivers. I think it's important for us as a New Yorker to continue to have the option to street hail cabs. We will continue having this option for the drivers. The drivers can choose whether or not they want to accept or reject some of the ELs coming to it. However, I do think that if you look at the demographic and put some analytic into those things, there's plenty room to utilize or to introduce more e-hail demand without affecting the street hail.
Finally, I always think back to the turf war that, say, Uber had with the cab commission in Miami. I mean, that was pretty ugly. Do you think this buys them some goodwill? How easily does this get replicated in other cities?
I think very easy, because the concept, and yes, it will buy, I think, some goodwill, because, again, bringing back the taxis into the fabric of transportation and recognizing them, I think it's extremely important. But the concept is that the trip generated by Uber are dispatched through the existing approved by many regulators into the cab. So drivers don't have a separate app to accept those jobs. It's all done through the existing technology system provided by Curb and other vendors.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.